please, if you don't have your supplies ready, go grab them. They're on the screen.
Can I just mention that my son is coming, but he's coming on a separate Zoom call from his dad's house.
Oh,
I'm already
So
here.
I just
he's already on.
gave you code. What did you say?
Mom, I'm already
Already on.
Oh, he's already there. Hi, Nathan. Sorry. I'll be quiet now.
That's okay. I can't get my son to join from his dad, so. But I'm using this information to pass along to my Boy Scout troop, so.
Oh,
Well, we
awesome.
went ahead
As
and
well as myself.
made some early since we weren't going to be together this morning. So he took one with him to his dad's, but I'll be quiet now. Hi, Nathan. I can't see you, but I know you're there.
If you scroll across, see.
Also, while we're waiting, thank you to the families who made sack lunches last week. We had a total of 83 sack lunches, so that's great. So congratulations. That's a great goal that we reached.
And the lunches this week, they're the exact same as the ones last week, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I'm doing my shopping this weekend, so I'm going to be making lunches for both.
In the next few weeks, just so you know, we'll have a couple more organizations that also are asking for sack lunches. So a lot of organizations need them right now.
Welcome, everyone. Just waiting a couple more minutes for others to join. Just a reminder, on our slide is the supplies that you'll need today for our service project. So if you don't have those, go ahead and grab those. How many participants do we have?
17 so far, including us.
Okay.
Put the earphones on. See if I can get it.
I hear you, Pop.
It looks like we might be slowing down a little bit in people entering. So.
Okay. So for the families that didn't hear, I don't know if you can see, but on the right for last week, we had a total of 83 sack lunches. So we really appreciate you making those lunches for Open Shelter. And also thank you to the families that inserted their pictures on the reflection journal. We will be posting those on social media. So thank you to everyone. Just a quick note, If you are experiencing internet difficulties or connection issues, please use the chat to ask a question or to respond. And just to let everyone know, you will be muted. All right, so we can go ahead and get started. So again, welcome to the second session of Summer Service. Welcome to all the families who are new, and welcome again to the families that joined us last week. Just a little brief, if you are new, we are doing weekly service projects until the end of June. My name is Dawn, and I'm program manager at Sea Kids Dream. And my sidekick's name is Anna Smith. I don't know if you can see her. She'll be working on technology. All right, so as I said, we work for Sea Kids Dream, and we provide programs for kids to lead service projects in school. Before we go to the next activity, I wanted to thank Adam H., who we partner with, and for sponsoring our entire summer service program. And we do have a representative from Adam H., Diane Peterson, with us. So thank you for joining as well. All right. So we have an overview of the agenda today. Excuse me. Wait for her to go to that slide. We're going to do a warm-up activity. We're going to learn about Veterans Resource Center. We're going to do another activity, and then we're going to learn about colony cats and dogs, and we're going to do a fun service project. Then we're going to just have our little wrap-up reflection discussion. All right, so let's do our activity. All right, now I can see everybody. Okay. So this is for the kids. Does anyone know what a veteran is? And you can raise your hand to share, or you can take yourself off mute. It's up to you. Does anybody, any kid know what a veteran is? Uh-oh, okay. Chloe. Hi. Uh-oh, we can't hear you, Chloe. Chloe, you're off mute, but we can't hear you. Sorry.
We might have to turn on her audio on her phone.
Chloe, can you turn your audio on your phone?
I've had problems like this before. You'll have to tell it to her in the chat, because when you go into a meeting, there's like a button that says connect to audio. And if it's not connected to audio, you can't hear or say anything.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Nathan. He got it down. Chloe, you ready? You see it? Oh man.
Here.
Let's just get some help here.
I think Nathan had an answer. Maybe he can give his answer while we wait for Chloe.
Okay, no problem. Nathan?
A veteran is someone who used to or still does work in the military, and usually it's older people that retire from working in the military.
That was a really great answer.
Both of my grandpas are veterans.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. And Starkey family, did you have a response to that as well? No? Okay. I didn't want to forget you. Are we getting your audio together? Okay. Okay. All right. So yes, thank you so much, Nathan. Did everyone hear his response? Yeah? Okay, good. All right, so can you tell if someone is a veteran or if they're serving in the military just by their appearance? Can you tell if they're a veteran? So we have some no's.
Sometimes, sometimes not.
Sometimes and sometimes not. And then Starkey, thank you, Nathan. And Starkey family said kind of. Vikram said no. Making sure I'm getting at all the responses here. A lot of screens. Okay. All right. Does anyone, I know Nathan said this, but does anyone else have a family or friend that is serving in the military or has served in the military? Oh, all right. Madeline.
My great grandpa served in the military and my grandfather served in the military.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you know what branch?
Army.
Army. Okay, both Army. That's great. Okay, who else? Starkey family?
Both our great grandpas and grandpas served in the military.
That's awesome. Do you know what branch?
Air Force and Army. Air Force and Army.
Air Force and Army. Okay, great. Vikram?
Yeah, my uncle was in the Army Corps of Engineers, and then my grandfather was in the Navy.
Awesome. Anyone else? All right, Joanna?
Yeah, my father is a Marine. His brother is a Marine. My grandfather's, one was Navy, one was Army, and I have a handful of aunts, uncles, cousins that have done all services. So we pick Coast Guard, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. Mostly Navy Marines, though.
Now, I'm surprised you have all those family members. Are you in one?
Yeah. Well, my generation is the least amount of kids. Everybody else, they had 7 to 14 children. So but they have always served in the service.
Oh, that's awesome. Anyone else? Did I miss anyone? I had both of my grandfathers both served in the Navy, and they're both veterans. And then I had a cousin who served in the Marines, but he's about my age. So. All right. So everyone either knows someone that serves in the military, as I can see on the screen from hearing people's responses, or a veteran in our community. They blend in our community. It can be anyone. Sometimes it's hard. Excuse me, sometimes it's hard for soldiers to transition from serving our country to returning to civilian life. Civilian life is basically what me and you are right now. We have our normal life. What we do day to day is we go to the grocery store, we work. Some of you guys go to school, not everybody works. But sometimes it's just really hard for them to adapt to normal life because they've been serving so long and it's very structured. So today we're going to be learning about military veterans in our community. We have Emily who will be joining us in a minute. The Military Veterans Resource Center is a place where they help to improve the quality of life of veterans. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong name. Sorry, it's Crystal, not Emily. Sorry. Crystal is going to share a little about Military Veterans Resource Center and the things they do to help people. After Crystal is done sharing, we're going to turn the meeting over to you to ask questions. Please be respectful while you are listening and asking questions. Is Crystal ready to come in? Okay.
Yes, she is.
All right, let's welcome Crystal. Crystal.
Good morning.
Good morning. So this is welcome to summer service. Thank you so much for joining us today and taking the time out on Saturday. These are all our families who are participating today, and we're going to turn it over to you.
Okay. My name is Crystal. I am the Community Relations Manager at Military Veterans Resource Center, and I'm actually at our food bank, which is called the Veterans Food Bank in Westerville. We have 4 offices in Columbus, Chillicothe, Dayton, and Hamilton, and we service actually 24 counties in central and southern Ohio, which are probably some of our poorest counties in the state. We help mainly with food, shelter, transportation, and did I say shelter? Housing. But really, we will help with anything that a veteran or their family needs. By the time they get to us, veterans are very proud, and they don't like to admit that they need help. So usually by the time they get to us, they are not in a great place. So we do everything we can to figure out the needs and their problems, and eventually send them on their way. And we don't want to see them again because we want them to be self-sufficient. Self-sufficient, yes. So I will just give you a little tour of our food bank and tell you a little bit about what we do. Let me see if I can flip you around here. So this is our food bank. We help 3,500 veterans every year at least, and their families, and all of our food is packed right here in this little space. Arnold has his boxes set up ready to go. Some of the things we give them are like these food bags. You just like add water or add meat to, and then we supplement with different cans of things, and we have freezers full of food or meat in this corner. And then I'll take you back here. We partner with some local stores. Anything that's scratch and dent, like a Walmart has a bunch of bikes that their chain had come off or their pedal was broken, they'll give them to us to try and fix, and then we can sell them to help raise money for our food bank. People donate their old furniture from their homes that we can sell. There's our little van that he's always on the road going everywhere to drop off food. And we just recently acquired this walk-in cooler, which has been a big help for we could expand our fresh produce and our milk and eggs and cheese. And we do a lot of food. Last year, we really love kids, actually. Just kids alone last year helped us raise or gather 200,000 pounds of food. That's 10 tons of food from either food drives or money they raised for us to help feed hungry veterans and their families. And that's basically the gist of it. You guys have any questions?
All right. So if you can, thank you, Crystal, for that presentation. All right, kids, it's time for you to shine. You can click raised hand on your screen, or you can just simply raise your hand and we'll call on you and unmute you. Parents, this is a chance for your kids to grow, so let them learn and lead. So kids, get out of your comfort zone. And it's okay if you're a little shy, but we still want you to participate. Okay. Whoever wants to ask questions. Okay. Melissa?
That's my mom. I'm Amira. How are you doing things differently thanks to COVID-19 to still give food to veterans?
That is a really good question. We actually, our food, the food that we've given out has actually doubled, almost tripled since COVID started. We will give them a list of what they need most and let them check off kind of like a shopping list, and we'll pre-pack the box, and then we will set it outside our office, and they pick it up. They call us and say, hey, we're here. Then we'll put it out there and they can pick it up. And then a lot of things we've been doing are just via like Zoom, like we are here, so they can talk to them and figure out why they need food. But mostly it's just trying to do the contact list.
Thank you.
Okay, I saw a question. Can I answer that? Mm-hmm. Okay, so what if they have an allergy? So that's kind of like the shopping list we do. We make sure beforehand that if we ask, that's one of our main questions, if they have an allergy, and we will find alternatives. So if they have like a peanut allergy, we'll make sure that we don't have any nuts or peanut butter in that box, and we'll be very careful when we're packing it and changing gloves and all that. But if they have like a milk allergy, instead of giving them milk, we'll try and figure out if they can drink almond milk. We'll get that for them just so they have it. We just try to do whatever we can to help them and personalize it to their needs. There's another question, but I was going too fast. I didn't see it. Is there anything that's on your wish list that you need but don't get very often? One of the things that people ask for the most that is very hard for us to get is cold cereal, because the different flavors. And when we do food drives, people usually think of, oh, I'll give cans of beans and soups, and they don't think of things like cereal. So that's one thing. Peanut butter is also a big one. It's very hard to come by in the food bank. We are part of Mid-Ohio Food Bank, but so are a lot of other food banks, and it's on a first come, first served basis, and it's hard for them to get a hold of it. So we're lucky when we can get peanut butter. Those are probably our two biggest. Let's see. Box cereals, yes. So it can be boxed or it can be bagged. We don't care. They love it all.
I saw Starkey's had their hand up earlier. Did you guys have a question?
It was already answered.
Crystal, would you mind sharing a little bit about what you shared with me about the about doing a neighborhood food drive?
Yes. So when she was asking me what are some things that you guys could do without coming to us, one thing is like a neighborhood food drive. We can send you, or I'll send it to Anna, a little paper that just says what you're doing, a date about a week later that you'll pick it up, and you put it on their doorstep with like a grocery sack, and basically knock and run and just leave it there. And then a week later you drive through the neighborhood, and if they want to donate, maybe they put a can or two in the bag and left it on their doorstep, and you put that in your cart, and then we can come get it from like a centralized location. Is there another question? Where do we donate to? So I can give Anna my email address too to post that. You can do it through that way, or there's always monetary need for anything. Like if we don't get it in a food drive, we supplement and have to go buy it. So I can give all that to Anna to put on the site, so you guys don't have to remember that.
I was going to ask how can, if we had food items or the lunches to drop off, where do we drop them off?
So our warehouse is in Westerville, but if there is like, or if a lot of you are like in Dublin and we can, if we just know and we'll say there's like a centralized location, Arnold will bring our van to you guys so you don't have to travel. He's really good about that, and he's always on the road. He loves his van and he loves to always fill it as much as he can. But we are in Westerville, right off of Schrock in Westerville Road, right off the freeway.
If you would like, we are also, for the service projects, we are asking if you can to keep all of your lunches or donations or any other projects until the end, because we're going to have a big celebration where you can drop off at one site as well.
Yeah, and we can pick up there as well.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Well, if there aren't any more questions, I just would like to tell you guys thank you, and we appreciate all that you guys do for us. You guys have done a lot over the years, and we just appreciate it. And I know our veterans and their families appreciate it.
Well, again, thank you so much, Crystal, for joining us this morning. If you would like to, for the families, please visit our website to learn more about the Military Resource Center and other ways you can help.
There is one more question. I will answer that. What if they have a dog or a cat? We actually get donations of pet food, and a lot of times we try and get that out to them if they have it, but we usually have an influx of dog and cat food, so we have to take it to shelters before it goes bad. So if they have a dog or cat, we like that because we can get rid of some of the pet food sitting here in the warehouse. All right.
Okay. Well, thank you so much again, Crystal. Sorry I didn't see that question. All right. Well, thank you. So don't forget, when you complete the service project for the sack lunches, don't forget to add cards like we did last week. Just a little couple of words for the veterans who have served in our country. So question, how many boxes are you going to complete for, or sorry, how many sack lunches are you going to complete for Military Resource Veteran Center? Got any goals here?
I think 25 and 15 in the chat.
Okay. That's a start. Okay. Got 30 from the Jackson family. Okay. Did I see 10 from Katie, or did she raise her hand? Oh, 20, gotcha. Okay. All right, they keep coming in. So we have 25, 15, 30, 24, and 20. Oh, and 10. All right. All right. I cannot add that up, but. All right.
All right.
Let's see, got a little math here. About 100. That's great. So please don't forget when you are working on those to put it in your reflection journal with the amount you do and take great pictures of your family that's going to do it that while you're doing it. Thank you. And
I also just wanted to say again, thank you so much to Crystal. We're going to let you go. Thanks for joining us today.
Bye, Crystal.
Bye.
Okay, we gotta donate cereal. We're gonna do a food drive when we have our garage sale. Oh, that's creative. That's creative. Okay, that's great. All right, so we're gonna transition to our next activity. Does anyone have any questions before we do? I didn't want to miss that. All right, we're gonna donate a case of peanut butter and cereal. Okay, thank you. Okay. All right, so we're gonna get moving a little bit, okay? So I want, if you can, everyone to stand up and close your eyes. If you can. You can stay seated if you want. All right, eyes closed, eyes closed. Okay. All right, now I want you to think of your favorite animal. And if you can shake your head if you have your favorite animal in mind. Nope, we're not ready. Yes, some say yes. Oh, we got a yeses. Okay, okay. All right, open your eyes. Now I want everyone to act out that animal so we can all see your animals. Uh-oh, okay, okay.
Can we unmute for it?
Yeah.
Meow. Meow. Meow.
So we have elephant.
Meow.
And I see
Meow.
cats.
Meow.
Okay.
Meow.
Oh, dog. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm not sure.
You are. She's being a panda. She's trying to eat bamboo.
Oh. So we got pandas, dogs, cats, elephant, I think I saw. And, oh, we do have cats in the shot. That's great. Okay. Did I miss anybody? So family EM, what were your animals? Can you hear me? It says EM on your screen. Oh, you're muted. Sorry. Okay.
She was being a duck, and I was twitching my nose like a bunny.
So we got a duck and a bunny. Okay. All right, Jackson family. Couple of you guys.
Mine was a wolf, and my brother's was a cheetah.
Did you say bull?
A wolf.
Oh. Oh, wolf. And a cheetah. Okay, and then we had an Arctic fox. Okay. Hey, what was your animal? Oh, dog. Gotcha. I see it. And then we got a cat. All right. And then I think family Young were elephants. And she's talking. And then the Yang family, cats. Were you cats? Great. All right, Madeline. Oh, puppy. Awesome. And Vikram, I can't tell what you were. I'm sorry. Where were you? Where were you?
I was a gorilla.
Oh. All right. And the Johnson family. Did you write it in here? Sorry. What were you? You have a favorite animal?
I was trying to do a frog. Kind of hard to do with the computer.
Okay, so we had, did I hear everybody? All right. So thank you so much for participating. All right. So we're going to come back together. All right. So with your favorite animal, what if something bad happened to them? For example, if your favorite animal couldn't get food or water, they've been left alone for a couple of days, tied in a cage that it wasn't big enough for, or the animal just had an unkept appearance. How does that make you guys feel if that happened to your favorite animals? Anyone? How would you feel, Nathan? You were acting like a cat. Oh, we got sad. Okay.
Sad.
Sad. The Shook family said awful. Okay. Starkey family, how would you feel? You have a dog, right? We got sad. Starkey, how would you guys feel?
Sad.
Sad. Yeah. What about you, Yang family? Sad. Yeah. So we got some awful, sad, feel bad for the animal, emotional, very sad. Unfortunately, some animals are experiencing the examples that I mentioned before. But there are organizations in our community that help animals not feel sadness or pain. So next, we will be talking about Colony Cats and Dogs, who help cats and dogs. This organization helps cats and dogs that are struggling with care. So we are going to be talking with Emily from Colony Cats and Dogs. Is she on?
Yes, she just joined.
All right, so let's welcome Emily. Hi, Emily.
Hold on, I'm not hearing.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Thank you so much for joining us for summer service.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, these are our families, and we're excited to learn more about Colony Cats and Dogs.
Hi, everybody. I guess I'll go ahead and start. My name's Emily Gehring. I've been with Colony Cats and Dogs for about 9 years now, doing all sorts of different things for them, from doing presentations like this to cleaning at the adoption center to sending cats and dogs to their forever homes, which is the best part. So I put together a little slideshow for you to give you guys a better idea. Let me see if I can share my screen here. There it is here. Come on. Oh. It's telling me I have to give my computer access. Hold on for just 1 second. Sorry, I don't use Zoom for work. We use Teams, so my computer's not set up for Zoom right now. Okay, here we go. Record. I don't want to record. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay, let's see if it'll let me share now. There we go. Okay, can you see my screen? Awesome. Okay, so like I said, I put together just a little slideshow here. Let me put it on present mode. Like I said, Colony Cats and Dogs, we are a no-kill, all volunteer, all donation rescue. So even the director of Colony Cats, she is all volunteer, she's a volunteer as well. None of us get paid. All of our donations come from private donors. We do a lot of online fundraising, which is something I'm gonna do right after we get off this call. We're running an online auction on Facebook. We have hundreds of volunteers that do all sorts of different things for us, from fostering to events to just sharing things on Facebook. We count that as volunteer hours because it does help. So we have thousands of volunteer hours every week. We were founded in 2002, and at that time we were basically just trap, neuter, return. So we were helping the cats and dogs of Central Ohio just out of our houses. So foster homes, we didn't have an adoption center. But since then, even with no adoption center, in the last 18 years, we facilitated the spayed and neuter of almost 20,000 cats and dogs here in Central Ohio. And we've placed over 15,000 in homes. So whether it's Ohio or sometimes people drive from other states to come because they see a cat or dog that they love online and they really feel that connection. So we do out-of-state adoptions. Like I said, we do have a cage-free adoption center. And if you haven't been, it's so much fun because you can just walk in and there's about 75 to 80 cats that are just roaming free. So they're living their best life. I mean, they would be much happier in a home, but they're not in a cage. They're not scared. They get people to pet them all day long. They have places to perch and, you know, unlimited amounts of food. So they are very happy, which we think helps them find a home much faster because they're not scared, that you could actually get to see their true selves, which is awesome. So, but we also have a huge network of foster homes. And at one time, we usually have about 300 animals in our care. So we also partner with some pet supply stores. You might see some of our cats in Petco or Pet Supplies Plus or Pet Value. When you walk in, they have adoptable cats for us. And like I said, our core mission is still that trap, neuter, return. So if you're not familiar with that, the cats are humanely trapped in a live trap. We get them spayed or neutered. They get treated for parasites. They get a rabies shot, and then they're returned to their territory after recovery. Most of the time they are feral. They are not adoptable. That's like trapping a raccoon. They don't mind people, but they'd rather just do their own thing, and we'd let them be the wild animal that they are. Removing them from a territory, it just allows other cats, because they're very territorial animals and they kind of travel together, it allows other cats to come in, so it really doesn't solve the issue. So trap, neuter, return lets them live out their lives without producing more kittens. As my slide says here, 2 unaltered cats and their descendants can theoretically produce 420,000 cats in just 7 years. So kittens can go into heat at 4 months old. So kittens having kittens, we see that a lot, especially right now with it being kitten season. So anytime it warms up here in Central Ohio, the kittens start pouring in. So those kittens can have kittens, and then, you know, as Bob Barker always says, spay and neuter your pets. So my next slide is, you know, we wanted to give you guys some ideas on how you can help us. So maybe this will give you a good springboard of what you can do as a family. So you can hold a supply drive. As it says, we care for over 300 cats during the summer, and we always need items donated. So a lot of times, as you see in this picture here, these girls, and one of them, it was her birthday. So instead of presents, she asked for all the kids coming to her party to bring some stuff for colony cats. So paper towels, bleach, bottled water for the volunteers, cat litter, laundry detergent. We can use just about everything, and cats are not picky about brands, which is even better. So that's an idea. You can raise money. You can do a car wash or a lemonade stand, or have a yard sale and have, you know, maybe bottled water and snacks, the money go for that for colony cats. I do that here in my neighborhood once a summer. We have our big community garage sale, and I always have all bottled water and snacks. The money from that always go to colony cats. And it's just an easy way to raise $100. You can save a life with $100. So every little bit counts. The next one is you can volunteer as a family. Now, the picture on the left, we have some people out back in our little alleyway washing cat litter boxes and carriers and, you know, cages. I know it's not glamorous, but it needs to be done because the health of our cats is of the utmost importance. And so making sure they're sterilized, especially when it's hot outside, you don't mind getting a little wet with the hose, is really important. And it's a dirty job, but somebody has to do it. And then you see the guys on the right, that's a group from Ohio State. They were coming in to do a service project for Martin Luther King Day, and they were from the Fisher College of Business, and they came in and helped clean the adoption center, which you can see in the background there. They're holding some kitties. They came in to clean and got to love on some cats while they were there. So that's something that you can do as well. And right now with the pandemic and the social distancing, we have to make sure we schedule those volunteer times. So you'll want to email that volunteer email address there and coordinate with Meg, who's our volunteer coordinator, and she can set up a time for your family to come in and what job you'll be doing at the time and what you're comfortable with. So we usually do that stuff on Sundays because she's there and she kind of runs the whole show with big groups of volunteers. And then craft projects. I don't know if any of your kids are crafty. Mine are. It's easy to make like the cat toy ropes out of fleece. The cats love playing with those, especially when you roll it in some catnip. We also have our Kitten Caboodle Boutique, which is right next to the adoption center. People donate items for us to sell, and a lot of it's cat toys, dog toys, things like that. Catnip pillows, little like crocheted scrunchies. the cats love carrying that kind of stuff around, and people love to buy from us. So you could either donate for the kitties in the adoption center, or you can donate for the Kitten Caboodle Boutique for us to turn around and sell them and make some more money. So those are easy things to do. And then the last one is adopt or goodie bag. So we always send home each cat or dog with a go home kit. So it'll have some information about our organization, how to take care of their new animal, usually a sample of pet food. But it'd be cool if we sent them home with maybe some toys or a little bag of treats that you guys put together, or, you know, just a thank you adoption, you know, thank you for adopting note. So anything like that, that kind of stuff can help. And we can always help with that if you need some more ideas, or if you need some guidance with that. So that's all I have right now. So that's Colony Cats.
All right, Emily, we are gonna.
That was a lot.
Yeah, thank you for your presentation.
You're welcome.
We're gonna have questions from the families to ask you now.
Sure.
Starkey family? Oh.
How many cats get adopted in a year?
In a year? Well, last year I think we had about 1,200. So a lot of cats and kittens found their forever homes, which was just awesome. So if you think about that, last week we had about 35 go home. So every week we have a nice number of kitties find their home, which is just makes me so happy.
We have a question. Does your adoption center have a place for FIV or FLV cats?
We actually have an FIV positive room. So if you're not familiar with FIV, it's feline, and it's kind of like HIV for humans, but not. So it's just suppressed immune system. It's normally with male cats because it's transmitted through bites. And a lot of times if they're not neutered, they fight over territory. So they transmit it that way. That's the only way it's transmitted. I actually have an FIV positive cat here in my house. I have 8 cats total. I'm not worried about the rest of them getting it because they're all fixed and they all get along. So it's just a suppressed immune system. We keep our guys separate just because it's easier that way. But we actually adopt out quite a few of them. So we are, like I said, we are no kill. As far as the feline leukemia positive, they go to a special foster home because they do need extra medical care. And it is transmitted very easily, like through food dishes or litter boxes. So they usually go to a home where they're the only cat, or if there's other cats there that have feline leukemia. Good question.
We have the Shook family.
What are you doing differently thanks to COVID-19?
Well, so what we're doing, instead of having open adoption center hours where you can just come in and mingle with the cats, we have everybody coming in by appointment only, and you have to have an approved application for a cat. It doesn't have to be for a specific cat, just an approved application to come in and meet the cats. All of our volunteers are wearing masks. We ask that everybody coming in has a mask on, and we're trying to do more social media. So doing Facebook Live videos and everything to showcase our cats a little bit better. So if you don't get a chance to come in, you still get to meet a cat and maybe fall in love. So, and of course we disinfect everything anyway. So just for the health of the cats. So everything's disinfected at all times, but.
You're thinking something.
Yeah.
Hey, Emily, I have Girl Scouts. Do you have any limitations on ages?
As long as there's a parent or like a troop leader there, we usually do like 10 and up because we can usually find projects for them to do. A lot of times it's their attention span's not very, you know how it is. I used to bring my kids, my kids are 9 and 14. My 14-year-old loves to go in with, she'll bring a friend and I can give them a project to do. My 9-year-old, I probably have to stay on her the whole time to get them to do stuff because it's kind of overwhelming. There's so many cats and they just want to go, oh my God, cats, which is awesome because we all do that. So, but yes, like I would say 10 and up, and we can give you guys give a certain project to do so you'll know what your goal is and you can get it done and then play with the kitties.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
We had a question from Chloe. I know she's experiencing some audio difficulties. How many cats do you help on a daily basis?
Well, like I said, we have about 300 kitties in our care, whether that's in the adoption center ready to go home, or we also have an intake center where if the cat's sick or just not ready to be adopted yet, like they need to be spayed or neutered, or they need some extra attention, they are in cages. And then we also have a network of foster homes. So some of the cats are older, or they would do better in a home rather than in the adoption center, but they're still ready to find their forever home. So I would say about 300, but that number fluctuates with kitten season. So I see that number spiking here in the next month or so.
Okay, we have time for one more question.
Okay. I thought I saw one in the chat about a stray kitty.
Oh, yes. If there's a stray cat in my neighborhood, how can I get her trapped and spayed?
That's a really good question, because we get that question a lot, like on Facebook and by email and on our voicemails. Everyone's concerned about the kitties in their neighborhood, and we appreciate that. So we want all the kitties to be safe. That cat might belong to somebody, so the best thing to do, if it's friendly, is get it in a carrier, take it to a vet, or bring it to Colony Cats, and we will scan it for a microchip and maybe be able to reunite it with its family. But if it's feral, if it runs from you, that kind of thing, it probably just needs to be fixed. Like you said, you are always welcome to contact us to borrow a live trap. We rent them out. So you can trap it. We'll give you some options for low-cost spay and neuter. There's vouchers in Franklin County for $10. There's a whole grant set up through another rescue called Cat Welfare, but they spread the love to all the kitties and all the rescues. So $10 gets that kitty fixed, and then you can return it back to the neighborhood. So hopefully it belongs to somebody, but there's a good chance it might not. So contact us. You can go on our Facebook and send us a message, which is probably the easiest way, because if I rattle off an email address, you might not remember it. So, but you can always message us on Facebook and borrow a trap.
All right. All right. So thank you so much, Emily. If you have more questions, like she said, you can visit on their Facebook page to ask them questions.
I think Nathan had a question.
Sure.
I'm sorry. Nathan? Did you not? Go ahead.
So my mom is allergic to cats, but we really wanted to get a cat. And we're not sure if she's only allergic to short hair, because if she just got like something like a little bit of allergy, we would have had a cat, but it's like serious. So would she just be, and we're not sure if she's just allergic to short hair or if she's allergic to short hair and long hair cats.
We see that sometimes. My husband is allergic to cats, even though we have 8, but he seems to be more allergic to some cats than the other. So what we tell folks is it's not the actual length of the fur, it's the dander. So like their dandruff, like from their skin flaking off. So some cats produce more and some cats produce less. The best thing for your mom to do, and I wouldn't say come to the adoption center because there's so many kitties in there, her nose would probably explode, so from all the allergies, but it might be best to maybe visit a friend's house that has a long-haired kitty, or maybe a pet store like one of our Petco's or PetSmarts that might have a long-haired kitty there, and interact with it and see how her allergies do. It's hard to tell sometimes. It's kind of hit or miss. But you know what? Even though she's allergic, if you would like to come and volunteer, we'd love to have you. That's a good way for a lot of our fans that are allergic, like if they have a husband or a kid allergic to a cat, they come into the adoption center and volunteer just to get their kitty fix. So you can always come and volunteer and pet and love on the kitties at the adoption center. So to get your fix.
Sure.
Sorry, I can't give you a better answer. It's hard. Allergies are weird.
Well, again, thank you, Emily, for coming today. We really appreciate you again taking your time out.
No problem.
Remember to visit our website to learn more about colony cats and dogs and other ways you can help. So we're going to say bye to Emily. Thank you so much for joining us.
Guys, thanks for caring about the animals of Central Ohio. Have a good one.
You too.
Thanks.
All right. So now that we know more about colony cats and dogs, and how we can help. We know that they need a lot of supplies, but one thing that we know is that they need cat toys. So now we're going to walk through how to make a catnip toy that you'll donate to the animals at Colony Cats and Dogs. We're going to get started, and we're going to follow Anna. She is going to do a demo for you.
Yeah. So I got to be the one to show you guys how to make a catnip toy because I'm a little bit of a cat lady myself. I have 2 cats, which means that I normally have catnip lying around. But if you don't have catnip, I wouldn't worry about it. You can just do part of it and add the catnip in later. And if you need to know where to find it, you can find it in grocery stores, mostly in the pet aisles. You could check Amazon to order catnip. So also I have cut, I've sent everybody the instructions on how to do this catnip toy. And you will cut out a piece of fabric. I cut mine out of a t-shirt. If you haven't done that yet, don't worry about it. You can finish these up later. So I've cut like a 5 by 5 inch square out of fabric. And then all you do is put cotton balls in. I'm using 4 because I want lots of space to tie it up later. And then this is my catnip that I just have left over from a cat toy that I have. And I'm going to set this down for a second. I only have maybe a tablespoon of catnip in here, but that's plenty. And you'll just pour it in with the cotton balls. And then you'll wrap it up as best you can. Make sure it's tight and there are no holes, just like that. And then you'll take a string around the top and tie a little knot. And I do want to mention that if you're going to make some of these and you do have cats, I made one of these earlier this week and my cats found it and cleaned it. So if I were you, I'd put it somewhere your cats can't find it. Maybe seal it up somewhere. So I'll see if I can finish tying this. Whenever you've finished one, if you want to hold it up to the screen so we can see.
Man, everyone is focused. I like it.
Okay. So here's mine.
Hmm.
Oh, these look great.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, cool. I see yours.
Okay, we got green.
Anna, Stacy had a question in the chat.
Oh.
How much catnip do you put inside? I only put a little bit, maybe I put, I think, less than a tablespoon in. And that seemed to do it because my cats found it.
All right.
Okay. So maybe we'll give it another minute here. And then if we all want to hold up our toys, Brenda is going to get a picture of us with all of our service projects.
Okay. All right. Oh, I love the different colors. Did you get it, Brenda?
Got a few. Let's do it. Make sure everybody's holding theirs up, and I'm going to do it one more time. Make sure we got everything.
All right. Thank you. You got it, Brenda? Okay. All right. Thank you so much. All right. So we just made one toy, but we probably could make more and help more animals. All right, it's goal setting time. How many toys does your family want to make for colony cats and dogs? Let's see, I can call on, okay, Starkey family, is that 5? Are you raising your hand?
We're gonna make 20.
Oh, 20, okay. So it looks like 11 from the, oh, wait. Is it Ada family? Okay. Okay, thank you. Let's see, we have 30, 25, 15, 15, and 15. 15 seems to be the go-to number for these toys. That's awesome. That's awesome. So I can see that there's going to be a lot of toys being made. And remember, after you've made all your toys, please go online to our link and complete and fill it out on your online journal, just like we're going to do for the Military Veterans Resource Center. And just like earlier I said, if you can please keep all of your service projects through the summer service. We want you to hold on to them until our last session, which is on June 27th. And from 9 a.m. to 11:30, we are going to be at the Maple Grove United Methodist Church in Clintonville. And we will be sending you this information as well. And also, you'll be receiving a follow-up email with a reflection question to discuss it with your family, a link to our video of the recording today that will be on YouTube, service project instructions, and a link to the reflection journal. Are there any questions?
I just want.
Yes.
John, I just want to double check. So everything that we're doing these weeks, we keep a collection and then we will drop them off at the end of celebration at the church.
Yes, correct.
All right. I thought I needed to go take it to the facility. So, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome. That was a good question. Any other questions? Okay. Well, we look forward to seeing you next Saturday, June 13th at 9.
It looks like there was one more question there in the chat relative to if they're out of town.
Oh, okay.
Is there another date? It's not a question we've discussed yet, but I think we can kind of all say we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
If you are not able to make it on the 27th, just contact Anna. Anna's been sending the emails and communications to everyone, and we'll find a way to make it to arrange that a unique drop-off time that works.
There's a question here. We would like to donate to all of our causes, but we would like to have a choice on what we donate. Oh yes, it's up to you what you would like to donate. We just gave suggestions on the service project, but like for instance today, Colony Cats needs more than cat toys. Veterans Resource Center. You can donate water, monetary. It's really up to you. We're just here to provide suggestions for you. All right. Is that all? Oh, I see that the Yang family, they got cats. Oh, look, they're all in. The cats are ready to get into the toys already. That's hilarious. Good job, guys. They're busy. They're gonna make their toys. So, I'm sorry. So, like I said, Brenda will be our moderator for next week, next Saturday, and for next Saturday we'll be hearing from the Family Mentor Foundation and the Nature Conservancy of Ohio. And we'll have lunch kits again for Family Mentor Foundation. And for the service project, we'll be creating backyard insect hotels. And we'll be sending you an email on Tuesday with the list of supplies, so you'll have it for Saturday. All right. So thank you everyone for joining today. We really appreciate you taking another time of your Saturday. Also, we would like a journal, reading the question and hand it in at the end. I will have, for the Shook family, I will have Anna reach out to you and at the end for the journal piece. That's okay.
That's the online journal.
Oh.
Yeah. Just online to make it easier. So
okay.
Everything else is virtual. So I know you guys did it last year too, and we love that. It'll be online this year.
All right. Well, thank you, families, for joining us today. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next Saturday. Bye, everybody.